Fantastic Saturday, everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here. I'm sitting outside of the Toronto area in the greater GTA, if you will. And I am Kelly Chiasson. I'm your host and author here with Landed for Success. And it is such a privilege to be kicking off our Saturday book launch spotlights with an incredible gentleman who is there. There's a little bit of distance between us. He sits across the pond over there in the UK. Mr. Elliot Hiller. How are you, Elliot? Great morning to you.
I'm fine, thank you, Kelly, and good afternoon to you from London, England.
Yes, thank you. I'll take it. Good afternoon. It's sunny out. Could be afternoon for sure. I want to thank you to those of you tuning in. Thank you for catching us. For those of you that are going to be catching us on the replay, that appreciation and gratitude is extended to each and every one of you as well. And for those of you that have been plugging in, this is not a news flash of what's happening. For those of you that are, why I'm so excited, why Landed for Success is so excited, is because we are launching our first book, Untold Stories. And this is taking place Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. And we kick off our book launch event at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, what are we doing? Well, we're excited about the launch, so it would make sense that we start introducing the authors, give all of you an up close and personal introduction to these incredible individuals, individuals that have chosen to share their story and step into the spotlight to give you a little bits and pieces about who they are and why you can get excited and look forward to reading their story when you grab your own copy of our book, Untold Stories. So Elliot, I know you have very active schedule and a lot going on. And so it's really exciting to be kicking off today, as I had mentioned, being able to come here and hop on live with you. So thanks so much for taking time out of your afternoon to join me. I would love for you to let everybody know. Now, for those of you, don't get too excited. We're not giving away the whole kit and caboodle. You're going to have to grab your own copy of the book. But Elliot, if you would let everybody know, you have quite an extensive career in leading, in mentoring, in coaching, and building business worldwide, and really just building connections really second to none around the globe. And it's amazing. So at this stage in the game, why did you want to come into this collaborative project and share your story?
Great question, Kelly. What do you know? You started off with a great question. Why am I not surprised? You're full of great questions. You know, in this day and age, it's very rare that you find someone who sticks to one profession their whole life. And we've got teenagers being asked, when they're 16, 17, 18, what do you want to do in life? What do you want to study? Often they'll go and do something which they wouldn't have chosen when they got to 25 or 28 or in their 30s or their 40s. There are lots of changes in professions these days. Some are chosen by the individual themselves. Some are forced upon them by things that happen in society, economically. Look at all the pandemic that's going on right now. And very, very often people doubt whether they have the ability to actually pursue that new career that they want to do, or to actually fulfill that new responsibility or task or job that has been forced upon them. And one of the reasons that I wanted to contribute to this fantastic book, by the way, all the other authors, wow, great, what a great group of people. I'm honored to be with them. One of the reasons I wanted to contribute is because I've had changes in my career, some which I chose, some which were forced upon me, one which was forced upon me. And I want people to understand that everything that you have done in life up until now has prepared you for this moment. It has not been a hindrance to you fulfilling what is to come. It has been a preparation. And if you are able to get in touch with all your gifts, talents, and abilities, you will realize that they are capabilities, they are possibilities, and you should have hope, and you should grab them, and you should run with them.
For for you, that's well, one, let me go back here. So that's a very strong message, and I love it. And I can one, obviously it's a message that people can relate to, and you're aware of that. But it is, you know, for us, we have a 17-year-old who is graduating high school this year, and that's just it. And he's different story, different day, but he's kind of tag teaming two different directions over this next year. So he is, a year from now, is going to be well positioned to say, well, which direction do I want to feel out for a ways, and then make a different decision going from there. But it is true, there's so many decisions as far as what do you want to do, and is that available? Is the support available, right? Are we encouraging the younger individuals, even adults, to shift gears? What that flexibility and, you know, to jog left if you've been going right the whole time, I don't know, but that's an important message.
So this is something that we really need to find within ourselves as well. Not only the trust in ourselves that we can make a decision which we do not have to stick to if we find out that it's the wrong decision, because the wrong decision could turn out to be the right decision because everything that you learned taking that decision. You have to look at a bigger picture of life, not just, will I get the job, will I get the pay, will I be able to do this, will I be able to do that? Yeah, but what am I going to learn? How am I going to grow? How am I going to develop? So there's none of that trust. But Kelly, are the children and teenagers today being taught and encouraged to learn how to make decisions, learn how to make healthy decisions? There's some kind of guilt thing going on today amongst so many parents of not doing enough for their children, not being there enough, not giving enough, or not being enough, or I don't know, whatever, enough of enough, you know? And so they overcompensate for that by doing too much for their children. Parents are doing too much for their children today, driving them everywhere, giving them everything that they want, overfeeding them, not only with food, but overfeeding them with social
things,
media and things and material things. And how about the inner spiritual things, the human things, the things that make us human beings? Yeah. So it's important that people learn from a young age how to make decisions. It's important that people know that having made a decision doesn't mean that you are stuck to it for the rest of your life. It's not a ball and chain which you're going to have to drag around with you. It's actually a pair of wings which is going to let you fly if you decide, hey, you know, this cocoon is not one that I'm going to escape from as a butterfly. This cocoon is going to condemn me to staying in a cocoon for the rest of my life. Okay, so let's escape the cocoon. Yeah, and escaping the cocoon is not something that needs a lot of outside help. Escaping the cocoon for a butterfly is actually that when they force their way through the narrow opening, it forces liquid from the wings into the body so that the wings can now spread and fly. If coming out of the cocoon, the caterpillar doesn't have the possibility to go through that narrow opening, it will not be able to fly, it will not be a butterfly. So we shouldn't be making it too easy for our children. We shouldn't be making it too easy for people who we should know. We should be encourage them to get out of the cocoon. But you can't open the cocoon for someone else and drag them out and say, hey, no, it's okay, you can fly now, because they can't, because they didn't do it by themselves.
So that's, I hope for all of you, we've got a couple of viewers tuning in here. Rob, one of your fellow co-authors, Rob Lawrence. Hello, great morning to you. We've got Mike Kett. Mike, happy Saturday, good sir. And then we've got Mr. Gordon, so hopping on here. He wants to ask, yeah, Gordon, type it in, I'll ask him. He wants to, can I ask Elliot Hiller a non-related book question? Fire away, Gordon.
Gordon So can ask me anything he likes. For those of you who don't know Gordon, he is without doubt the best connector of people on the planet. And that's since over, I don't know, it must be about 30 years now. He brings people together, he can connect people, and he has this wonderful gift of then stepping back and letting the people build their own relationship. Yeah, he doesn't need to be there in the middle. He's brought them together. Something will happen or not. That's up to the people. And he steps back. Wonderful human being, Gordon Soul. What's his question? Because I might change my mind. Having said that, if he asked a difficult question, I might not.
Wait. You like difficult questions.
That's what I told you.
He hasn't typed it in yet, so I'll watch it. But so for the individuals, all of the readers that are going to be gifted with your story, Elliot, what can they expect to walk away with? And why are they going to love reading your story?
Well, look, Kelly, I must say that, you know, I worked for many years in a clinic for addiction therapy. And I am answering your question, don't worry. And when we had a new client,
I am not worried at all.
When we had a new client there, it was a question of surrounding them with different possibilities within this clinic, which was like a live-in facility, long-term therapy, 10 to 12 months, built like a village. If you came upon it coming out of the woods, you'd see like a farm, you'd see houses, you'd see a theater, you'd see a cafe. You know, it was built like that. Yeah, and we surrounded them with possibilities where they could work in the village and when they could get therapy. When the therapists sat together, the psychiatrists, the doctors, the social workers, the speech therapists, the art therapists, the eurythmy therapists, all the different therapists. When we sat together, it was always apparent that this client would tend to one of us more than towards the other. One of us would just have that relationship with a certain client. So we'd all help this one person, but there'd be one there which did touch this client more than other. You asked me, what do I think my chapter, my contribution to the book will bring? I hope it helps some people, but it's one of a whole bunch of stories. And readers, anyone who might buy this book, if my contribution helps you in any way, great. But it might well be that one of the other contributions in there touches you more, means something to you more, and you only need that one little click, you only need that one little push, you only need that one little realization, you only need that one bit of encouragement to say, oh yes, I realize I could do this, now I understand that better, whatever it might be. Yeah. I think what we mentioned before would be my contribution, that whatever you've done up until life prepares you for this moment. Yeah. My favorite quote from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Actually, I really love his book also, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, in case you haven't read that one by Napoleon Hill. But my favorite Napoleon Hill quote is, every adversity bears within it the seed of an equal or better opportunity. Now, what that means is that an adversity, a problem, can lead us onto something better depending on what we make of it. So that positive attitude, something good can happen here, I can make something happen, that self-confidence, that ability to make decisions, yeah, that ability to go through that narrow opening of a cocoon yourself, yeah. Those are important things that we should be developing. And if my contribution in the book helps any person in any way, I'll be very grateful that I was able to contribute my chapter. Yeah,
I love it because that's I think one of the best contributions. It's a gift that keeps on giving, and giving in a way that we may never ever hear about. But it doesn't matter. There is someone somewhere in the world that has been asking for Elliot's story, for your story, Elliot, and for all the other 17 stories that are included in our book, Untold Stories by Landed for Success. Our launch date, for those of you, we have Erica. Thanks for joining us. Judith Schoenwald, Erica Aguilar, two other co-authors that are hopping in here with us. So great morning to you. Really, it's so fun. So to the authors in the chat, to Mr. Elliot Hiller here. We are really, really excited. We're in a very good position, and we're going after a lofty marker of hitting #1 international bestseller. How do we do that? We do it by bringing the authors to all of you. Let you get to know them. Let you get to know a piece of their heart and their character, and how that is going to go into the story that you will have the pleasure of reading starting May 11th. When you get to download and grab your own copy, gifting it to yourself, gifting it to people that you know, absolutely. But we need everybody's help. We're asking for everybody to just, if we can pull a favor from you, we would be in so much appreciation of it, because every download, every order on Tuesday, May 11th is going to help support Elliot. So for all of you Elliot Hiller fans and family and friends, we need to come out in the masses on Tuesday, May 11th, and in support of our other authors as well, because those downloads will help us reach and achieve #1 international best-selling authors. And that way, because we're speaking to the Elliot Hiller fans here, he can have that highly prized #1 bestseller sticker on his book when you get it. And then you can reach out to him and figure out how to get an autographed copy. What? I'm sure Elliot would like to sign copies.
I'll do it.
I know you will. So Elliot, it really is it's been a pleasure to get to know you throughout this collaborative project. You are an extremely, just a fantastic gentleman. All your years and of expertise and experience that you bring to the table, how it comes into your conversations and exchanges. I could sit with you for days and days, and I would not run out of questions to ask you and things to talk with you about and pick your brain. And I look forward to the day that I have the privilege of doing that. To all of you, you are in for a real treat when you read Mr. Elliot Hiller's chapter, and you're in for a treat when you grab your own copy of the book. So
Kelly,
Elliot,
thank you so much. You sound like you're wrapping up.
well, we are.
I hope not, because I haven't had Gordon's question yet.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I just texted him, Gordon, what's your question? And then he goes, did you see my question? No. What? Hold on, I'm scrolling up. Gordon. Let's see here. Gordon, I don't see. Oh, okay, I have it. All right, Elliot. So remember when I said I wouldn't, well, I don't know, maybe I didn't say that, but I won't put you on the hot seat. That's okay. Gordon's going to. Gordon wants to know, on Tuesday, May 11th, when we have our book launch, will Elliot play his guitar and sing a song for us when we have, oh, see, I got excited and I read ahead. Oh, so Gordon is asking if you'll play your guitar and sing a song when we have our live in-person book launch. Now I'm turning this into a two-part.
Gordon, I'll tell you what I'd prefer to do, because it will entertain people a lot more. The last CD that I produced as a record producer, an album of my songs, 14 compositions, there's a video. The singer, Lawrence J, beautiful voice, great song. Let me send you a video, Kelly, that you can prepare of my song, my composition, my text, my lyrics, my melody, but Lawrence J singing. The great French arranger, Manu Martin, arranged. So I'll send you that and you can play that.
Fabulous. We will do it. So then here's my other question. I was turning this into a two-part. Gordon, Erica's typing music notes. For our live event on Tuesday, would you play a little something on your guitar?
But I thought I just answered the question.
But so these are two different events. There's the one live in person. Gordon was asking for the in person, but I'm asking for the virtual event.
What, Gordon wants me to sing something now? No. Anyway,
No, not now. Maybe Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'll think about it, Gordon.
Fantastic. Okay, that's all right.
But see, Gordon's very clever, because by asking me that question, he let people know that I've got a few arrows in my quiver. You know, I'm not just an author, I'm not just a therapist, I'm not just a successful businessman. I don't just hold seminars on charisma and you. I didn't just make the likability course. I'm a record producer as well. I'm a musician and compose and do stuff like that. So Gordon, he's clever. That man, he really is special.
Well, here's the thing, Elliot. I feel like we could return this because Gordon plays the guitar as well. And I'm sure he would love nothing more than to bring his guitar to our live event on Tuesday, right? I mean, I'm just saying, to lifelong friends here, it would make sense. And I can actually share this. We have a couple other authors, co-authors, that they may pull out a little bit of their guitars as well.
Yeah. You know. Well, if Gordon doesn't want to play his guitar, he just shot an own goal, didn't he? Because you've put him on the spot now.
Well, that was kind of just, even though we haven't discussed it, that was, it was on behalf of you.
Nice.
Then I just welcome both of you. That's amazing. Okay, well, I look forward for the live event for you sharing that video, because that would be fantastic, and we can figure out that would be beautiful. As for Tuesday, well, I guess to all of our amazing viewers, you'll have to tune in Tuesday to our live book launch event, Landed for Success's Untold Stories, where we kick things off at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hopes to have all of you and your friends and your family and your peers and your colleagues and your kids, your aunts and uncles, whoever, to come and join us and plug into Elliot, Mr. Elliot Hiller, and his incredible 17 other co-authors they're all just outstanding individuals with exceptional experiences that they've chosen to come forward with and share in the hopes of inspiring and uplifting. And for me, I think it's a safe bet that you will be inspired and uplifted by these individuals. So, Elliot, you are really, really welcome. It's always my pleasure. Is there any last words, anything you'd like to share with our viewers before we bow out for this morning?
I think anyone interested in the themes that are in this book, I think we all need to step up at the moment. I'm convinced that love is the greatest force in the whole universe. And love goes hand in hand with peace, with harmony, with understanding, with compassion. The world needs more of it right now. Let's step up, community. Let's step up, friends, brothers and sisters all over the world. Let's step up. And let's hope that this book can be a contribution to us have little inklings of how we can all grow and develop and become. Let's live and become.
I love it. And for those of you that are wondering how to jump in and join us on Tuesday, especially after the beautiful sentiment that Mr. Elliot Hiller just shared as we wrap up this morning's spotlight. The link for our book launch on Tuesday, May 11th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is not only in the post, I just put it in the comments now. Join us. And, here's what is also fun. It's not just a book launch, but these individuals, Elliot's a fantastic guy. Like, find him on Facebook, plug into what he's doing. He is really, really spending a lot of time and passion and energy into lifting people up in his everyday life in more ways than one. So you definitely want to connect and navigate all the areas in which he is inspiring others on a daily basis. So please do. And for those of you that would like a connection or to be able to reach out or whatnot, please direct message me. If there's a challenge for you in any way, shape, or form, I love having the privilege of introducing anybody to our incredible authors. So have an amazing rest of your day. We look forward to seeing all of your beautiful faces and engagement on Tuesday, May 11th. Say it with me, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody. Elliot, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Saturday. Super fun to be able to kick off Saturday's spotlights with you, and always a pleasure. And congratulations on your upcoming book launch, Elliot.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Have a great day. Bye, everyone. Thank you.